Please join us with our guest Sue Long of Keller Williams Mid-Willamette on The Experience Local.
Hello, and welcome to The Experience Local with Russ and Scott. Each week, they bring you conversations with local Christian businesses and business owners. Join in every Monday live at 9 a.m. Pacific on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. The Experience Local is brought to you each week by wonderful sponsors.
Guild Mortgage. Contact Buddy Puckett at 503-851-8031. NMLS number 270057. Independent Merchant Brokers. Low cost and no cost debit and credit card processing. 877-460-4747. IndependentMerchantBrokers.com. Father's Day is coming. Boson Hub Digital Development reminds you. Father's Day Firehouse Fun at Powerland Heritage Park. Learn more, OregonFireMuseum.org. Adams Rib Smokehouse, 1210 State Street, Salem, Oregon, 503-362-2194. AdamsRibSmokehouse.com.
And now, your hosts for The Experience Local, Russ and Scott.
Ta-da!
Hey,
Here we
hello.
are. Hey, everybody. So glad to be here on The Experience Local, Scott, and what a blessing to be here with you. How are you doing, my friend?
Hey, I am doing good, and I'm fortunate because I'm not affected by allergies with hay fever and pollen, but so many people, like my esteemed host,
Yes.
have been hit and impacted.
But I'm powering through. You know what? I may have half the voice, but today, believe it or not, I have way more voice than I had previously. So I am just feeling good and blessed and happy to be here today. Scott, what's going on your Monday?
Well, it's just it's exciting because today we get to talk to Sue Long. I've known Sue for many, many years, and it's been an honor for me. Actually, we sold a house and bought a house and sold a house, all using Keller Williams, and just an outstanding organization. Sue has contributed so much to the community. I'm excited. And the good news is, Russ, you won't have to use your voice much because we get to hear from the fabulous Sue Long today.
That is so true. That is so true. And we're just so thankful that you're all here with us now. We live stream live at 9 a.m. every Monday on The Experience Local, as you heard. And we're just so thankful you're here with us. And this also broadcasts on radio. And if you're listening to us on radio, please let us know. We appreciate you so much today. Please comment and say hi during the show. We appreciate all that. And Scott, you have one more comment.
I was going to ask you to share a little bit about why people might want to comment.
Yes, because today, actually, if you comment live as we're streaming on Facebook, you will find that you have the opportunity to win a free entree, Boulder Falls restaurant, the 1847 Bar and Grill. So today, please comment on Facebook for an opportunity to win that. And we're just thankful for the local area. We're thankful for all of you who love the Lord, that just are believers, and you're working in local business. And we're going to talk about that today. And I'm just blessed for a new week, and I'm ready to get started. Scott, how about you?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get Sue in here with us.
All right. I'm so thankful for Sue, who's been an amazing friend of mine for years now, and we still have coffee and get together whenever we can. Please welcome Sue Long. Well, she was there. Interesting, because in the backstage, she is there.
We'll get her up here in just a moment.
That is technology for you. Yes, she's like frozen, I think, in the backstage. And so, I cannot see her. But anyway.
So the Keller Williams office, many people like me remember being up on 9th Street by Sherry's Restaurant. And they have relocated a number of months ago to downtown Corvallis. And many of you who have been around in Corvallis for a long time remember the old Benjamin Franklin Savings and Loan there on 3rd Street. That's the new Keller Williams office. Great location, easily found. Lots of folks can get to it there. And I just remember that building for many years, having been a customer of Benjamin Franklin, and then Country Financial moved in there, but now Keller Williams and Sue Long and her crew are right there.
That's a great building too. It really is. And it's interesting because I remember the Benjamin Franklin.
Mhm.
My mama loved that. She loved Benjamin Franklin building. And so, but Keller Williams, I just want to say, Sue is an amazing individual, and we always go beyond any technical things, and we just keep moving, which we're doing. We're hoping Sue's going to join us back here in just a moment. Yeah, I wanted to say that I think she's coming back in here. Keller Williams is such an amazing organization. It really is. And we're going to try to get Sue in here because I think she's back with us. Hey, Sue, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I was wondering why you all were frozen, but I guess my thing timed out. So there you go. I don't know anything about technology, so it worked now. Good.
It is so great to have you here, Sue. You are, I was just talking about what a blessing you are and how we have been friends for so many years, still get together and have coffee or lunch. And you're just such an amazing inspiration for me. And I appreciate you. Let's start off with just telling everybody a little bit about Sue. Who is Sue Long and what are you up to?
Yeah. Well, I've been described as very driven, ambitious, persistent, energetic. I'm an athlete of sorts. Been a realtor for more than 39 years here in the area. So that's pretty a long time, I guess. There's not too many more longer than me now, but at any rate, I am a very God-loving person, and I'm dedicated to our family, and I especially enjoy helping people reach their goals to develop a better life, whether it be financially or spiritually, emotionally even. So my goal is always to be a little bit of a better version of myself than yesterday. So not sure that I accomplish it all the time, but that's what I'm striving for.
I love it. Sue, we want to talk about some of the activities and involvement you have in the community to make our local area such a nice place. But let's go back a little beyond 39 years ago. How did you get involved in the real estate business?
Oh gosh, I had a sister-in-law that was in it, and it sounded interesting. And actually, I was a dietitian at Good Samaritan Hospital. That's what I was trained for in college, etc. And the ceiling was just too low for me as far as expectations and creativity and that sort of thing. And I just had that entrepreneurial sort of spirit, I guess. I got it from my father. And so I started doing real estate on the side too. And I had little kids. One was 3, one was 4, and one was I was just born while I was in real estate. So I think during the training to be a realtor, I get, really, really gung-ho during my first trimester of pregnancy or something. And so I started learning real estate and going like crazy. And at any rate, that's sort of the story. But I felt like in real estate, I could serve people a little bit differently in a way that was a little more comfortable for me, I guess.
Yeah, what I've always loved about you, Sue, since we first met, I believe way back in the day when I started going to the local chamber in Corvallis, I met an amazing man who is no longer with us, who just introduced me first to my friend Lionel Wilson and then to you. And the two of you have impacted me so much over the years. And I love that you've always had such a giving heart. You've always wanted to just help people. And, you've just always been a blessing to me. Do you think it's your faith and how that interacts with all that you do with your business and all that you do with your life that really makes an impact on that?
Oh, definitely. I wasn't really raised in a really religious family, but was introduced to the Lord during my teenage years. And then I married a Christian Catholic. And my husband is probably one of the most Christ-like people that I've ever run into. Just, there for everybody. Everybody loves him. Great attitude. Just knows how to make people feel good about themselves and etc. So he's been such an inspiration, as you have too, of course, Russ. Just that's why I like meeting with you and listening to all the wonderful things you're doing.
Well, Sue,
Anyway,
you
yeah.
mentioned a couple things. One of them is young children when you were getting started, and then also inspiration from your father with the entrepreneurial side of life. And I was just wondering if you can explain or share with us how you were able to integrate that inspiration from your father, what he was involved in, and your children in your business. How were you able to mesh all of that together?
Well, I think just being raised with somebody who's super creative. My dad invented so many things that have helped everybody. It's kind of incredible. And so he was always, somebody to look up to. His mind was always going 100 miles a minute. And, he had his own business and would, tell me, you've got to put some money into it in order to make it go. Pouring yourself into it, doing a little more than other people, that kind of thing, to be successful. So I've always had those things going in the back of my mind. My kids, I'm a proud mom, I guess, but I have 3 grown adult children, and one is a physician down in San Diego. Ryan is by my side in my real estate business. He has an MBA and specializes in working with investors. And my youngest son is a very creative entrepreneur, and unfortunately has all my grandkids over in Italy. So it's a little hard to be a grandma, but I really try as hard as I can to meet with them on the phone and be with them as much as we can. But yeah.
Well, I've been blessed to meet at least most of your family. Your amazing husband, kids, even the crew from Italy, and I just love it, Sue, how you place that as a priority. And when it comes to business too, I know that part of your family is part of your business as well. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, just that my husband has joined me as well. He actually is my farm and ranch guy. It didn't happen for 30 years, but Ryan, joined me, and it's just been so nice and such a blessing to have them at my side, supporting me in everything that I do, understanding finally after so many years what real estate is all about, so that they can understand how I've been, creating the business and growing it and that kind of thing. And when the franchise Keller Williams came along, my husband was pretty reticent about that. You've never wanted to be a business leader and this and that. And I said, well, why don't you just come to Austin and meet the leaders of the company and see what you think? And so we did. We went down to one of their meetings, and he got a chance to talk to everybody there. And just the compassionate, loving, teamwork sort of oriented group of people that are the leadership of the company convinced him that this is, a great way to go and a good switch. I had already been at another company for 18 years. And so 20 years ago, we made the leap, and I purchased the franchise here in Corvallis and have not looked back. It's been such a nice thing. It's a
Mm,
company that believes God first, family, and then business. So to have that spirituality kind of wound into the business is just so much fun for me. We have a belief system that's like win-win or no deal. integrity, customers come first, communication, teamwork, creativity, all these things, success through other people. And it just drives the engine and keeps us all going the same direction, on the elephant the same way, and having a common ground of people around me. So it's great.
I love that you found an organization, Keller Williams, that shares your values. And we're talking about the community, and we met through the chamber when we were both serving on the board there. And one of the things I love about the Chamber of Commerce is that it's the one place in the universe where business, governments, and nonprofit all sit together at the same table with the same goal, that is to make this area a nice community to live in. But we all come at it from different perspectives, and we have different skill sets. And can you tell us about your involvement and your company's involvement in the community?
Oh gosh, yeah. One of the things that we do every year is a thing called Red Day. And we all get together, and across the world, Keller Williams is in 50 countries, and it's the largest actual real estate franchise in the world. And every office closes its doors on Red Day, which was a couple weeks ago, and goes out and does something good for the community. And so we worked at cemetery in Lebanon. We were helping with a nonprofit, one of their houses for folks who need, more stability, cleaning up the grounds, painting the house, all kinds of things. So we just go out. A lot of times we're at the farm home, helping nonprofits do a lot of the grunt work that just makes their lives so much better. So this is just, one of the things that we do. Everyone in the company is involved in so many different groups. I myself am on the board of directors of the Southwest Oregon chapter of the Red Cross. So very involved in Red Cross as well. But a lot of the people in the company actually, like Lionel, are leaders of his church, do Bible studies. It's just a blessing to me to be surrounded by these people that are, love God and really work to make things happen. I like going to church, but that's only Sunday. And so my goal was to bring a church-like setting into the workplace. And at Keller Williams, it's really easy to do, where we work together as a team. We encourage each other all the time. We have a profit-sharing company, so giving back to the agents, like we've already given over $1.5 million since we've been in business back to the agents of our profit. And, we just have an ALC that actually runs the company, makes the decisions on our resources and what we're going to do and reach our goals. So there's just so many things I can't even tell you. We call ourselves a family. And even the annual meeting that we go together every year is called Family Reunion. So, and it really acts as a family when everybody is on the same kind of set of beliefs and really acts through that. It's like being at church when we're at all of our meetings, encouraging each other and helping each other grow. For our company, it's not just about real estate at all. In fact, we're a thinly disguised real estate company. We actually are about mindset and, being a better version of yourself. So our classes are probably more than half about being a better person. And we attract people. I wanted to make a setting where people could really thrive at work and feel good. And we have people that come into work and say they prefer being at work than at home because things are kind of messy at home. And so it's just a peaceful, more caring, compassionate sort of community in the work setting. So,
I totally found that to be true, Sue, because as you know very well, I was hanging around Keller Williams a lot because it was such a great environment. And, especially when I worked right down out of Corvallis, I was at your office all the time. Such great friends with you and Lionel and Kristen and so many people in your office. And what a blessing what a blessing it was to me. But what I did find was, yes, it was all about others and about the community. And I've even been involved in several Red Day cleanups and helped with that. Got my trusty shirt, got out there, shoveled bark, and have worked on cleaning things up. Also been helped with even live streaming the event at one time. We did that. But, I just love that because you go beyond just about you and the company, just about real estate and selling houses. And you are all about that. And I encourage everybody. Keller Williams Mid-Willamette has got so many amazing offices, and that is the place to go. Sue has put together something incredible that people should just want to be part of. But have you always had that community spirit individually, or did it come about through business with time?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Have I always had what?
Have you always had that community wanting to do things for the community spirit, or did that come about through the business interactions and the things you did?
Oh gosh, I am, I'm originally from Los Angeles, and coming to a smaller area like this where you could really make an impact and help people and see the results of what you're doing is just such a blessing. I've been involved in a lot of things over the years. The Dornbecker Children's Hospital, where my son was actually in the hospital for a while. So there's always been some sort of projects going on. We have a Souls for Souls program where we collect shoes and, give them to more disadvantaged people. Like I say, the Red Cross and stuff. I think it's always been something that I feel is really important. I don't do enough by any stretch, but trying to be there for other people is part of our mantra.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
love, so you've got such a legacy here, and 18 years with this office, owning the franchise and all the lives that you've impacted there through your employees and all of the customers and the businesses. So just to help those who are up and coming and growing and wanting to move into leadership and stuff, what would you share as tips and tricks and things that you would want to have known when you were getting started in business about leadership?
I think you just have to jump out and realize that it's really about gathering a community of like-minded individuals and feeling confident in being able to bring something additional to their lives. And so whatever that looks like to you, I think we help train leaders, and we just look at all the traits of that, being that we call it a servant leadership kind of attitude. And in that, it's not a matter of, telling people what to do and that sort of thing. It's making them feel more attracted to the whole situation. And it's a quiet sort of leadership that is not demanding, but rather more a matter of respect and following because they like what it is that is represented. So those are the kind of things. I think having confidence in yourself is a big part of it. And I know that that's something that I always need to work on. But yeah, it's the community around me helps support me. So it's kind of a two-way street.
Yeah, totally. I agree with that 100%. And you are leading by example. You are out there on the forefront, and that's why I appreciate you so much, Sue. And you know that I love and appreciate all you do and your family and the organization. And, I really want to, as we wrap things up here, I want you to give everybody kind of your gold nugget of our conversation today, why it's so important in all that you do to live that faith and that action with others, and then let everybody know how they get in contact with you, because I know they're going to want to do that.
Well, I'm a huge believer in a legacy, and being an example. And I think having everybody have that best life that they possibly can have, leading a healthful, from the time you wake up, eating, exercising, and just that attitude of gratitude all the time. We start every meeting with, what we're thankful for, keeping in mind what God has blessed us with. And I can't believe, all the things that I've been blessed with the nature and family. I mean, I still have my 94-year-old mama. So I just pinch myself every day. And I think that when people have that attitude of thankfulness in a daily basis, it makes life so much nicer. So
Yeah.
I guess that's what I would say. And you have that connection with the Lord that way, and it's a beautiful thing. So it brings joy every day. You can reach me at the Keller Williams office, or my email. I don't know if you want emails and phone numbers, or how you'd like me to.
Whatever you like. What do you tell
I
us?
mean, I'm at SueLong@kw.com for Keller Williams. So it's very, very simple. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to be able to help you in any way I can. It doesn't have to be real estate. So just let us know the best ways of bringing service to you.
Awesome. Scott?
Well, I can just say the first interaction that we had was way back and working with Kristen Smith. And she was brand new into the into the real estate world at the time. So we were one of her first customers, and it's been great over the years to watch her grow and develop her business. And I can tell that it's the support that she's getting. And we talked about that mindset. That is so important. Right. And so it's just great to be a part of a community where you see these types of things happening and the support.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Sue.
Absolutely. Kristen has grown tremendously, as have so many other agents under in the company. And, she's now leading the company. So it's a blessing to replace yourself and become a mentor to people afterwards. So
it is a blessing, and you are a total blessing. Everybody get in contact with Sue Long. And Sue, give us your email one more time and your phone number.
Sure. It's Sue Long, SUELONG @KW.com. And my phone number is 541-740-7722.
So awesome. Thanks so much, Sue, for being with us today. And we'll be talking soon.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate all you do for the community, too.
All right. Take care. Oh,
Wonderful.
So amazing, Scott. She is such an amazing person.
Just a great story. I love hearing all of this. And again, just watching somebody like Kristen Smith, starting with the company, staying with the company. And I always appreciate when we have long-term employees at businesses, because it means they're being treated well.
Right. It's so great. And not to get confused, it's a blessing. Kristen Smith is an amazing friend. Kristen Wilson is the one that is actually helping lead the company now. We have more than one Kristen involved. But anyway, hey, listen, Scott, I just appreciate you every week. We got to wrap things up for this week. But thank you so much for being a blessing to me and everybody listening. You are a strong man of God, and you give me stronger faith every day. Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon, Russ.
Okay,
bye,
everybody. Listen, join us every week here on The Experience Local. We live stream at 9 a.m. Pacific. It's been such a blessing to see you. Until next time.
Thank you for tuning in to The Experience Local with Russ and Scott. Listen to the program on Spotify or wherever you listen to fine podcasts. Join in every Monday live at 9 a.m. Pacific on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. We look forward to seeing you next time on The Experience Local with Russ and Scott.